Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessie, and today I am completing the Buzzword Challenge mini vlog that I started trying to do last year. I lost it about halfway through the year, I think after July, maybe after June. I stopped completing these challenges as a vlog form, so I'm going to try to pick it back up this year, see if I can make it through all 12 months, and we'll see how it goes. But this month's challenge is book titles with the words life and death or some variation of those words in the title. So I'm planning on listening to the audiobook of Finlay Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead by El Casimano, and I'm really looking forward to reading this book. And I will be honest, I'm talking about this in the weird tense because I've already read the book and I'm just coming back to do the intro. So we'll get into the vlog. You'll get updates at the 1/3, 2/3, and when I finish the book marks, and hopefully it'll all go well. Before we get started with the 1/3 update though, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel to make finding my content just a little bit easier. Alright, so it's about 6 o'clock on a Tuesday night and I have not been home from work long. I did make it to the 1/3 mark of Finlay Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead this morning, and I wish I had made it there this morning because I really wanted to read it on my drive home this afternoon, but I didn't feel like I needed to because I wanted to do this update, and this is already a really short vlog to begin with. So I don't want to risk making it too much shorter. But as of right now, I'm really enjoying Finlay Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead. I feel like there's a really high chance of spoilers as I talk about this book. But at this point, I do appreciate like how the consequences are pretty high for this book because, you know, someone wants Finlay's ex-husband dead. And while he's not really a great guy, he's still the father to her kids. And I think she respects him in that sense. But she's also, I think putting herself at risk for more custody issues because she knows there's a bounty on his head and he doesn't know that. But because she knows that, she's kind of being picky and not really letting their kids go see him very much. Finlay and Vero have also started to notice some money problems, mostly being that they had a ton of money at the end of the last book and they seem to not be struggling yet. But every time they're out, it seems as though Finlay doesn't really watch the money. Vero does it. And Vero seems to be stressing about money a little bit. So part of me kind of wonders if Vero spent a little too much money. Because it talks about her going gambling with her cousin. Maybe she got into that a little bit. And maybe Vero is the one that Finlay is almost competing with for the bounty on Stephen's head. Just in the sense that Finlay kind of made an offer to try to keep Stephen safe for a little bit longer, and then someone else had already told the person whoever it was that put Stephen on the site that, hey, I'll kill him, just gotta pay me a little bit upfront first. So I am interested to see how this ultimately plays out. Sorry, I'm being distracted by everything right now. I'm about to go heat up dinner. We tend to meal prep on the weekends, just make like 2 or 3 dinners for the week. And we'll grab whatever we're in the mood for lunch and then come home and grab whatever we're in the mood for dinner. And that's been working for us for the past 2 weeks, as long as we stay strict with it. So I'm probably about to go grab something, heat it up for dinner, and kind of relax and unwind before we go back to school tomorrow. Anyways though, I'm kind of tired, so I think I'm going to heat up dinner and relax with Ro and maybe clean up my room because I think you can see in the mirror behind me that we forgot to make the bed this morning. But anyways, I will talk to you, I guess, whenever I get to the 2/3 mark of Finlay Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead. I am now about 2/3 of the way through Finlay Donovan is Killing It, and I am enjoying this book more and more, but I did have to take a break with reading it midweek just because, I don't know, some mornings I wake up and I want to read. It's just I don't know what I'm in the mood for, and I'm worried that if I start reading my current read or listening to the audiobook for my current read while I'm driving, by the time I get to work, I'm going to have trouble putting it down, and then I'm going to have trouble making it through my day because I'm going to be having like book withdrawals, and book hanger is what I'm going to call it. But I am now 2/3 of the way through Finlay Donovan is Killing It, and I'm really interested to see what's going to happen from here. I'm interested to see who's involved with plotting Stephen's murder, what's going to happen with, you know, Stephen's former fiance and her best friend Amy. I cannot remember the fiance's name right now. I'm also interested to see at this point what's going to happen with Finlay and Vero, in the sense that it's obvious, or it's becoming more obvious, that Vero might have some kind of gambling addiction going on, and I'm interested to see how Finlay is going to confront that, or if that's something that Finlay is going to keep piecing together throughout the rest of this book, and then something she will kind of finally put together and maybe confront Vero about, or try to get her help or something in the third book. I do also have to say that between Anthony, the detective Anthony, and the younger soon-to-be lawyer whose name I can't remember right now, I do actually like the idea of Finlay with the detective a little bit better. But also I'm interested to see with how this little love triangle is going to keep going, especially with the age gap and difference in expectations, because the way things ended in this past couple of chapters, it definitely feels like the love triangle could be over. So I'm just really interested to see how everything goes. I almost feel like Finlay is going to end up like as a frenemy almost with this Felix guy who is part of the Russian mafia and who's kind of, you know, pulling a bunch of strings behind the scenes. But I really think that Finlay and him, over the course of the next couple books, could potentially end up as sort of frenemies who occasionally work together but also don't really have the same interest. But every now and then their interests are going to align, such as with this mom forum that Finlay found the post about Stephen on. So I'm really interested to see where the rest of this book is going to go. I also feel like I'm very much verging into spoiler territory if I haven't already. So I do think that if I have not already mentioned anything about this in the intro that I have not filmed yet, that I will probably hopefully put in the title that this might be kind of a spoilery vlog. But I'm having a really good time with this book. I'm hoping to finish it today. I really need to finish it today because I believe my hold is due sometime this evening or sometime tomorrow. So I need to get it done. I'm not quite sure how much reading I'll do today though, just because we have kind of a busy day. Rowan's birthday was last Sunday, and before Rowan's birthday, there was this dinosaur safari that was coming into town that Chris's mom bought tickets for, and it opened yesterday, and so our ticket and time are today at 12. So we're getting ready to go to that, and I'm excited for that. Rowan is very excited for his surprise. He thinks it's going to have something to do with a big T-Rex. So I'm excited for him to actually see it. But anyways, that is it for now, and I guess at this point I'll just update you when I finish the book. Alright, hey, so I finished the book last night. I also, just 10 seconds ago, finished doing probably the shortest introduction clip ever. But I finished Finlay Donovan Knocks Him Dead last night, and I rated it 5 stars. I had a really great time with it. I loved it. Yesterday we took Rowan to this dinosaur safari. That was really more of a parking lot than a safari, but Rowan still loved it. He had a blast. He was upset when we had to leave it whenever we got to the end, but he really loved it. And then Chris and I, we went out shopping for a little bit afterwards because Ro went home with his grandparents. And then Chris and I got home, and we kind of had an at-home date night. And so I finished the audiobook while I was setting up the living room how I wanted it. I didn't get any pictures or videos of like the full setup, but I kind of hung some extra sheets from the ceiling to give the room like this little drapey romantic feeling. I put out some string lights that we still had, and then we made a pallet on the floor with all of our extra blankets, and we watched movies and ate snacks, and it was nice and relaxing. But like I said, I guess I need to get back to the Finlay Donovan update. I finished the book and I loved it. It was really great, and I'm excited to read the third book. I actually like the way this book tied up because we find out who Fed Up is, and it's not someone that I would have thought of at all. We also, as far as the person who set Stephen's camper on fire or his trailer on fire at his job site, that person was an interesting find as well. I'm also interested to see if Nick's new partner in the next book is going to be an issue. And then Finlay has further entwined herself with Felix, the mafia boss who's currently in jail and awaiting a potential prison sentence. Their fates are further entwined. And then also now at the end of this book, Finlay gets another letter, and I believe it is in regards to the person who she was technically competing with to kill Stephen. And I say kill Stephen because, of course, Finlay isn't going to actually want to kill her children's father. The book also lightly addresses Vero's gambling issues or whatever had happened. It doesn't really go into detail yet. I feel like that's going to be further into detail in the next book. And I'm also wondering if the next book will be more of a destination, where, you know, Finlay and Vero are going to go off to wherever Vero lost all their money at, and they're going to spend a good portion of the book there. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. But I had a really great time with this book. I'm very excited that I read it. I am very excited to get to the next book, either when it comes out or if it's already out. I might see if I have room to put a hold on it. But I'm very excited and happy with how this reading experience went. So now I'm probably about to do a little bit of schoolwork and maybe get ready to start putting this vlog together. I'm hoping that the little clips I tried to get here and there will be usable, but I'm a little worried they're not, so we'll kind of see how this layout turns out in the end. Anyways though, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll talk to you later.